Welcome to the NBA 5 on 5. This is your daily presentation of season stats leaders after each game day. And this one is for the Friday, November 12th, after 11 games that were played on the 25th game day. So now let's start with our MVP race leader. At the first place, we have Nikola Jokić from Denver Nuggets with 43.86 points. At second, we have Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors with 40.92 points. At third, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee Bucks with 39.93 NBA 5 on 5 MVP points. At the fourth, we have Kevin Durant from Brooklyn Nets with 38.88 MVP points. And at the fifth, we have Chris Paul from Phoenix Suns with 38.18. Now let's take a look at official NBA stats. First with efficiency. So at the first place is Nikola Jokić from Denver Nuggets with 36.18 efficiency points per game. At second, Kevin Durant from Brooklyn with 31.92 efficiency points per game. At the third, Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee Bucks with 31.75. At the fourth, Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors with 28.67 efficiency points. And at the fifth, Jonas Valanciunas from New Orleans Pelicans with 28.08. Now let's take a look at player impact estimate. We have just added a request that player has to play 12 or more minutes per game. And at the first place, we have Nikola Jokić with PIE of 25.3. At the second, we have Kevin Durant from Brooklyn with 21.3. At third, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee with 20.4. At fourth, we have Jimmy Butler from Miami with 19.2. And at the fifth, we have Rudy Gobert from Utah with 18.9 player impact estimate points. Now let's take a look at player efficiency rating, also with the request for 12 minutes or more per game. And at the first place, we have Nikola Jokić from Denver with 34.2 points. At the second, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo with 30 points. At third, we have Kevin Durant from Brooklyn with 29.2 points. At the fourth, we have Jimmy Butler from Miami with 29 points. And at the fifth, we have two players, Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors and Montrezl Harrell from Washington with 27.4 PER points. Now let's take a look at box plus minus. At the first place, we have Nikola Jokić from Denver with 13.9. At the second, Jimmy Butler from Miami with 9.8. At third, Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee with 9.7. At fourth, Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors with 8.4. At fifth, Kevin Durant from Brooklyn with 8.3. Let's take a look now at fantasy points, the NBA fantasy points. Here at the first place is Giannis Antetokounmpo with 55.3 per game. Then at second, Nikola Jokić from Denver with 55. Then Anthony Davis from Lakers with 49.4. Steph Curry from Golden State 49. And at fifth, Paul George from Clippers 48.7. Now let's take a look at the WARP value over replacement player. At the first, we have Nikola Jokić from Denver with a total score of 1.4. At second, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee with a score of 1.2. At second as well with the same score 1.2, Kevin Durant from Brooklyn. And at the fourth, we have two players, Stephen Curry from Warriors and Jimmy Butler from Heat with 1.1. Now let's take a look at the net rating, and here we have also request that the player has to be averaging 12 or more minutes per game. And we have here leading three players from Warriors, and this is what other teams will wonder. Would they rather play against the starters or would they rather play against bench? I don't think that other teams will like the bench from Golden State Warriors. The Chicago is maybe the example. They just got schooled in basketball. So Gary Payton, second, is averaging 12 or more minutes per game, and he has a net rating of plus 35. Nemanja Bjelica is now second place with plus 31. Andre Iguodala from Golden State Warriors, 25.7. And then we have at the fourth place Nerlens Noel from New York with 21.2. And then at fifth place we have Keita Bates Diop from San Antonio Spurs with 19.6 bucks plus minus points. Now let's take a look at usage rate of the players. Also, we took in consideration only players that average 12 or more minutes. At first place, we have Luka Doncic with 35.5% usage rate. At the second, we have Donovan Mitchell with 34.8% usage rate. At the third, we have Paul George from Clippers, 34.5% usage rate. At the fourth, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee, 34%. At fifth, we have two players, Caris LeVert from Indiana and Bradley Beal from Washington, both with 33.6% usage rate. Now let's take a look at the win shares. And at the first place, we have Nikola Jokić from Denver with a score of 2.6. At the second, Kevin Durant from Brooklyn, 2.5. And at the third, we have two players with 2.4 score, Stephen Curry from Golden State and Jimmy Butler from Miami. And at the fifth, we have Montrezl Harrell from Washington with 2.2. Let's take a look now who is leading in scoring per game, and that is Kevin Durant from Brooklyn, averaging 29.4 points. At the second, we have Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors, averaging 28.4 points. At the third, we have Paul George from Clippers, averaging 26.7. At the fourth, Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee, averaging 26.6. And at the fifth, we have Ja Morant from Memphis with 26.5. The rebounds per game leader are at the first place, Rudy Gobert from Utah with 15.5. At the second place, Nikola Jokić now from Denver with 14.1. At the third place, Jonas Valanciunas from New Orleans Pelicans with 13.8. At the fourth, we have two players averaging 11.8, which are Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee and Christian Wood from Houston. Now let's take a look at assists per game. And here we have leader Chris Paul from Phoenix with 11. Second is Trae Young from Atlanta with 9.2. Third, James Harden from Brooklyn with 9. Fourth, Russell Westbrook Lakers, 8.5. And fifth, Damian Lillard from Portland with 8.1. Let's take a look at the blocks per game. Leading, Miles Turner from Indiana, 3.2. Brook Lopez from Milwaukee, 3 blocks per game. Al Horford, Anthony Davis, and Mo Bamba share the third place with averaging 2.3 blocks per game. Now let's take a look at steals per game. At the first place, we have 3 players averaging 2.5 steals per game, which are Paul George from Clippers, Gary Trent Jr. from Toronto, and Alex Caruso from Chicago. At the fourth place, we have 2 players, Chris Paul and Marcus Smart, averaging 2.4 steals per game. Now let's take a look at our true shooting efficiency percentage of value of shooting. And at the first place, the players need to score 16 or more points per game in average. So we have at the first place Montrezl Harrell, 67.91% of shooting. Second, Kevin Durant, 60.70% efficiency value shooting. At the third, Jimmy Butler with 58.66. At the fourth, Nikola Jokić with 58.41. And at the fifth, Bam Adebayo from Miami with 57.51. Now let's take a look at the field goal percentage. League average is 8.3 points. So these leaders have to have scored 8.3 points or more. So at the first place we have Robert Williams third with 74.3. At the second, Rudy Gobert from Utah with 71.8. At the third, we have two players sharing with 68.1% field goal shooting, which are Jared Allen from Cleveland and Daniel Gafford from Washington. And at the fifth, we have Richaun Holmes from Sacramento with 67. Now let's take a look at who made most 3 points until now. And as you can imagine, the leading Stephen Curry from Golden State with 64 threes made until now. At the second, Buddy Hield from Sacramento, 54. Third, Gary Allison from Milwaukee with 49. And at the fourth, we have three players, James Harden, Carmelo Anthony, and CJ McCollum, all with 41 made threes until now. Now let's take a look at who has the best three-point shooting percentage. And we are showing only leaders who scored equal or more to a league average, which is 10 scored 3 points until now. And those leaders are Jonas Valanciunas from New Orleans Pelicans with a shooting of 52.2, Nemanja Bjelica from Golden State Warriors second, 50, Doug McDermott from San Antonio Spurs with 48.8, Tyus Jones from Memphis with 48.1, and fifth, Derrick Rose from New York with 47.9. And the last column, let's take a look at who's leading with triple doubles, and additionally we are showing the double doubles as well. So at the first place we have shared first place James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Both had 3 triple doubles and 6 double doubles. At the third place we have Nikola Jokić with 2 triple doubles and 9 double doubles. Fourth, now Luka with 1 triple double and 7 double doubles. And at the fifth we have Kevin Durant from Brooklyn with 1 triple double and 6 double doubles. So we hope you enjoyed our presentation of the season stat leaders after the 25th game day, and have a great game evening now, and see you soon.